My name's Gethin Jones, the new North Ridge Ambassador. Part of my role is to inspire you to get outdoors. And the best way to do that by doing it safely. And that's why I'm here at Edale Mountain Rescue, to meet the team and find out more about what they do. Rachael, it's lovely to be with you at Edale. I know you don't run this place on your own, do you?
No, definitely not. So this is Edale Mountain Rescue's base, and there are 42 full team members and 10 aspirant members, we call them. So they're training and trying to become full team members.
All volunteers?
Yeah, so we have operational team members, and then we have support members who help us on the ground and with fundraising, and there's a whole variety of roles going to be involved with that.
So this is not your full-time job?
No, so I'm an outdoor instructor, so I'll take people out on the hills and try and keep them safe.
You are outdoors. You just love being outdoors, right?
Yeah, I think that's the interest that brings everyone together in the team.
When you get that call, it must be a strange feeling, exhilarating, but also you're not really sure what you're going to find.
Yeah, so we get a call out, which is a text alarm, and that will say a little bit of information about the call out. It could be the location, where we're going to RV and meet up, and maybe a bit of an idea about the casualty. But sometimes you don't get very much until you arrive on scene and you get told.
Okay, that's great. That's the team.
Yeah.
Can we go to the office and talk about some stats?
Yes, of course we can, yeah.
Rachael, we are in the control room. You immediately feel like you need to behave in here, don't you? This is where you get all your information. How many rescues have you dealt with so far this year?
So far this year, we've already been to 33 rescues, and that's Edale team alone.
Okay.
We've definitely noticed a large increase in call-outs since the pandemic. So we were around 3,000 figures in 2019, and now we've gone up to 3,300, nearly 3,400 in 2022. I think the reasoning is that more people are going outdoors and they're doing these holidays and having a great time, which we want to encourage. But we definitely have to think about how we are going outside and taking steps to be safer in the outdoors.
What are the main things that you see? What are you attending to most?
So for Edale team, 23% of our call-outs is lower leg injuries, 9% is human error, and 5% is incorrect footwear and leading to trips and slips.
It's that important, isn't it? Because you think sometimes I'll just go up on my trainers, but it is worth investing in a proper pair of boots then.
You definitely need to have some good kit if you're going out on the hills.
Yeah, I think I'm all right with that today. So what top tips do you have for someone who may be thinking, I'm going outdoors for the first time? What should they be thinking about?
They need to be thinking about the gear they're going to be taking on the hills. Have they got the skills to use the equipment they need on the hills, and have they looked at the weather? So I direct them straight to the Adventure Smart website, where they can follow those 3 questions and assess themselves for their readiness for the hills.
You do a brilliant job here. We need you, of course we do. But of course it takes funding to do this because you're volunteers. Where does the money come from?
So Mountain Rescue England and Wales are funded fully through donations. Some of the money has come from Go Outdoors and their customers, and they've actually raised 1.3 million.
It's a huge amount, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
And without those donations, you basically can't function, right?
We can't do our jobs without that donation and that money coming in.
Part of that money goes towards training,
Yeah.
which is what we're going to see now.
Yeah, let's head on it.
The training room, what goes on in here?
This is where we practice for scenarios, we do rigging for outdoor rescues, and we've got the space to practice a whole wide range of setups in here.
Seeing the guys doing their thing now, I'd imagine the most important thing for you is teamwork.
Definitely, we have to work together as a team. Everyone's got a role of responsibility and a duty of care to each other. So it's really important we practice and everyone can work together as a team.
What about communication? I think in any aspect of life, I think we need to be good at that. But you're saving someone's life. Communication has to be perfect.
Communication is very important between us, so we can all be on the same page and keep everyone safe. We have calls that we use to communicate between us when we're on the crag, which are really clear and everyone knows what they mean, and anyone can say stop at any point.
Rachael, thank you so much for showing us around. It's really inspirational what you guys do. If people are watching this thinking, do you know what, I'd quite like to volunteer, I'd like to do this, how could they do it?
So if they want to get involved or volunteer, if they head to the Mountain Rescue England and Wales website, there's an About Us section where they can find their local team and apply to volunteer.
Oh, that's good. Okay. And what if people just want to support in general?
If they want to pledge their support through the website, you can donate now.
Okay. So we've seen what you've done. We've seen the brilliant work that you do. The only thing that's left is actually to see it in practice. And for that, we just need a volunteer, someone to rescue.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, I wonder who where that would be.
Do you want to come on out with us?
Yeah, why not?
Come on.
Oh, this is the nutmeg of all nutmeg. Is that how you do it? Okay, safe.